Good morning, everyone, wherever you may be, and welcome to St George's Park here in Port Elizabeth. It's day number 4 of this third test match between South Africa and England. On goal, Vernon Philander and Quinton de Kock to join the English, who are already out there, eager, no doubt, to get on with the day, to get on with play, because it's them who have dominated this test match. A look at the summary to see exactly where things stand. 499 for 9 declared for England, 135 not out for Pope. What a wonderful maiden century that was from him, for him. South Africa 208 for 6. The batting woes continue. Quinton de Kock 63 not out, and is with Philander on 27 not out. They're a long way behind, 291, but they want those 92 runs first to avoid the follow-on. Ball him! Oh, wow! Cuts back off the surface, and first over of the morning. Stuart Broad gets Philander. Bowled him! Oh, wow! Stumps flying this morning. Oh, gone! Well. I struggle to explain it. It's not short. It's gone for a big hoo-ha. Try to pull that to the onside. 3 wickets have fallen. Gone. South Africa all out for 209. 3 quick ones for Stuart Broad. He's got 3 for 30. And a very quick morning for Joe Root and his men.
Unbelievable opening 25 minutes, really, with South Africa just rolling over their last 4 or 5 wickets, and that's Rabada, I think, telling Faf du Plessis that South Africa are going to have another bat. So, as said, modern captains don't like to enforce the follow-on, but everything we've seen this morning, from the cloud cover, the movement, the fact that England's bowlers are fresh, it's a huge lead, and the threat of weather around, I'm sure Root will enforce the follow-on.
Dino goes away with the boundary. The man at fine leg, very square, and off he goes.
That's fine, and that's also 4. Second time he's worked him down in that region for a boundary. And some rain now. Keeps that out. Nice, solid stuff from Dean Elgar.
I think eventually the rain does win. That's it. Umpires take the bails off, put the stumps onto the floor. The players make their way off the ground. The rain has won the battle. Hopefully it won't be for a long period of time, but the grounds were well prepared. Everyone's got their jackets on. The covers were ready to go, so there won't be much water getting onto the surface. Good job, and a little bit of disappointment, particularly for all the England fans and England team. South Africa won't really mind this kind of weather.
Well, hello everybody, welcome back. We're relieved to say that the rain's gone. It's a whole lot brighter here at St George's Park, and the news is that South Africa survived the first piece of the new ball, 15 for no wicket, before the rain came, having fallen apart, well, pretty much embarrassingly in the first 20-25 minutes of play this morning. All 4 of the overnight wickets went in the flash of an eye. Bowling! Real pace from Wood. What a start after the rain delay. Oh, it's caught down the leg side, not for the first time in this series either. We've seen a few of those. Hamza's face tells you all you need to know. Squirts away off a thick outside edge. Wood doubtless going for the Yorker, not getting it right. End of the over. Faf du Plessis off the mark, and it's 26 for 2.
Beautiful shot. Driven off the back foot, and it'll glide across the surface for 4.
Good shot down the ground, nicely played, beautiful control from Peter Malan. Oh, that's not a bad shot, actually. Up goes the finger. He didn't get that right at all. He had to just thrust that pad out at the last minute, and the skipper thinks he's picked up a wicket. They have sent it upstairs. This is going to be very interesting. It looked certainly in line. Straightening up. Celebration from the Englishman. Peter Malan has got to go for a dozen. South Africa now 44 for 3.
Second position on day 4.
So at the fall of that wicket, after the fight from Faf du Plessis and Peter Malan, and South Africa now in a lot of trouble with still plenty of overs left in the day's play. 44 for 3 they are. South Africa trail by 246 runs at tea on day 4.
You can see that, you can see that.
Beautifully flighted delivery, that one from Root.
You can see this drift. Look at that. Goodness, that's a delivery. Hang on a second. Let's have a look at the last ball of the previous over. That's pitching on. Oh, clipping, 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 clipping. So had the umpire, had they gone up and the umpire had said that's out, Van der Dussen would have been out. You want to be a little bit more positive like that, and if there's a bad ball, you put it away because your intent is still there to score.
The boundary brings up the...
Oh, that is very close. Too close for comfort. So now there's a review left. There is a review left. Has it pitched in line or did it pitch outside leg stump? The review comes. Okay with where it pitches. Umpire's call okay. Missing. Well, well, there you go. Sliding on across him. Such are the angles of the game.
You cannot just let Joe Root bowl. He goes positively there. It's a rubbish ball, and he whacks him.
That's much better. Really crisp strike of the ball from the South African captain.
Catch!
Oh, yes! Yes, yes, yes! That is superb!
Oh, there it is, Richard!
4 runs.
Catch!
Out! Oh, that jump was nearly mistimed. As I said, it's a matter of time. He's fighting against his instincts there, Quinton de Kock. And then that time thinks, oh, it's full enough, I'll go at it. It wasn't. Out.
That's found that gap and it's going to run away for 4. Just keeps that scoreboard ticking over.
What was that? a long up. Is it a leg spinner?
Catch him! Yeah!
They like that, England. Up goes the finger as well. Now, South Africa do have a review available. Are they going to use it? Yes, they are. They have sent it upstairs, but Root has started a celebration. He thinks he's now got 4.
Looking for the edge. It's a massive edge. Off the thigh pad, Faf du Plessis has already started to walk. He hasn't even waited to see any recognition from the umpires. the bat that far away from the pad, you must have had an idea.
That's an LBW shout that might be a bit high. Root's very zealous appeal.
It's the one that Root thought he had his man, and that's why it was quite a vociferous appeal, because he wanted the on-field umpire's decision. It's so important because of umpire's call. Bail trimmer, nearly a fifer for the England captain.
Well, I'd have to defend the sides in the first part of the 2000s. And Graeme Smith's reign, they played very well in the subcontinent, often getting well-earned draws. Oh, Joe.
That was dangerous. Not to the batsman, but there are two fielders fielding very close to the bat there on the onside.
Looked to me like he's asked. No, the umpires have said over and time. So England will leave the field of play knowing that it's a job well done today. South Africa will live in hope of more defiance tomorrow and some bad weather. Truly be a bullet dodged if that were the case. Another good session for England, 34 overs and 3 balls. They had to come back out, of course, after rain interrupted an over. That's why it's 34 and 3 balls, 58 runs. The key is the 3 wickets taken. Hello again, very much England's day, as we've already stated. Mackay and Teeny with me for the wrap. Also, Mark Boucher's come down to chat. Very good of him, after what's been a miserable day, frankly.
It has been not one of our best. No, it's not done yet. I'm not too sure what the weather's like tomorrow, but yeah, we'll have to just keep fighting. You know, nothing that we tried today sort of went our way. So it was a very tough day in the change room.
Let's take you through it piece by piece. You lost 4 wickets so quickly this morning, when you must have been hoping at least to get to lunch.
Yeah, that was the plan. We understood that we had the new ball that we had to work off as well. You know, we got 1 or 2 dismissals early on, which sort of set the tone up for the day, and we couldn't really get any momentum with our batting. You know, Vern got one that nipped back quite a bit. Seemed to do a little bit more with the new ball in the morning session. I'm not sure, maybe that's overhead conditions. Not a great shot there, I must say.
None of them are great shots, no, if you're honest.
No, for sure. Look, I think that's summing up conditions and saying there's a bit of nip there. And looking after the first 30, 40 balls that you've got to face in innings as well, I think that was important for us, which we didn't do.
And then that lifts the opposition. You wouldn't have been surprised at the follow-on?
No, not at all. I think we knew that, especially with the bit of weather around, that they would make us follow on if given the opportunity. So yeah, our back's up against it.
Then Mackay, this brilliant delivery at the start of the second innings, when a quick bowler gets a stump cartwheeling out of the ground. It's one of cricket's best sights, isn't it?
I tell you, it's always a dream of any bowler when he sees that happened. You know, especially with the new ball, it's always one of those things that every coach, you know, really wants to, you know, when they ask those questions to the bowlers, they said, I need you to take quick wickets up front and be able to, you know, to put another team under pressure. Dean Elgar's such a key man for you, isn't he? But this was some delivery.
It was. You know, Dean is the guy that can bat time. And that was a really good nut. Like I said, you know, the new ball, we almost said that it wasn't going to do much in the first couple of days, and it seems to have done a little bit, maybe a few divots around, which has made it tough.
I think that's what it is, isn't it? There's little indentations in the pitch.
Yeah, look, the nets are playing like that as well, and you know, after a few balls hit the surface, it does tend to make a few divots, and that's obviously the reason why it was nipping a bit.
One of the things that any team needs is the combination of talent and experience. I suppose pedigree, you might call it, and looking at the side, you can see that some of the guys can play, but haven't really been through this intense level of cricket before.
Yeah, look, and this is where we go back to sort of self-reflection, and you know, ultimately I'm responsible for the performance of this team, and so I've got to look at ways how to try to speed up the process of getting the youngsters into the right mental sort of frame of how to tackle Test cricket. So I've got a lot of hard work ahead, but certainly something that I'm up for a bit of a go.
No, I know it's a lot of pressure, Gefa. You just started. And then being able now to put things together, especially with a team that has a lot of newcomers as well. And when they're starting to establish themselves, it could be harder for you. You know, it would be nice as well that you have a support where you see Jacques Kallis as well coming through and talk to you. Why he's not here?
Well, Jacques is on a consultancy basis, so we've only got a certain amount of days that we can use him for. He's done a lot of hard work in the nets, but ultimately, you know, you come to a game situation and it's difficult to talk techniques and stuff like that during a test match. Ultimately, the guys have got to go out there and just watch the ball and play the ball as they see it. So I don't think it's about a technical thing. It's about game plans, all that sort of stuff that you can do with 4 days play and maybe you know before test match starts. So. Like I said, I've got to look at ways that we can try and speed up the whole process with regards to our youngsters.
And you've got to get your head around the fact that only 2 tests ago you beat England, and after Centurion, you did say to me, we don't want to get carried away with this, but it was a good performance. This is a side that can play the game.
They can, and I think you know, we had a bit of a taste of what it's like to win in a test match at Centurion. We were under the pump at Newlands, and I thought the guys fought really well, even though we didn't win or draw the game. But we just sort of lacked the fight there today, and maybe the skill more like it in today's performance, which is disappointing.
Okay, Bouch, we know you've got lots of press you've got to go and see and talk to. Good luck with that. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Continue hard work, Gefa.
Oh, awesome. Absolutely brilliant.